Will Victor Gyokeres become a Manchester United player this January window? Well, some reports are saying that Santa Claus is coming early, and Santa Claus is the club Sporting Lisbon that has reduced the price from initially asking a release clause on 100 million to 60 million. We're going to talk about that story as well. We're going to talk about Markus Rashford potential swap deal for Dany Olmo in Barcelona, and plenty more. The midfield, the left-back situation. This is Mufc Realist TV. There's only one thing you can do right here, right now. That is like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the game, shall we? Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon on this day of recording. Welcome back to Mufc Realist TV. I am Mick Ruby, giving you all the latest transfer news regarding Manchester United. And we are approaching Christmas, as alluded before. Santa Claus seems to come early for Ruben Amorim. If we look at Ruben Amorim's tenure as since he came to Manchester United, we see that through a 3-4-3 system is shaping up fine. We are getting very compact in defense, high possession, high pressing, but we're kind of missing the final product in terms of the striker position as well. As Rasmus Højlund is underdeveloped, still young, learning. Xerxes is new, not really a number 9. So, of course, we need a killer to finish the dinner, and no other than Victor Gyokeres, that is now on a record high, that played under Ruben Amorim. Of course, when we are looking at this report, when this picture was taken, there was comparison to Cristiano Ronaldo, that in 2011, game played, 60 goals scored, 60 assists, 18. That was in 2011. So they're comparing him to Cristiano Ronaldo. When this picture was taken last week, Victor Gyokeres played 61 games, 62 goals scored, and 16 assists provided. Wow, that is mega. And no wonder people are chasing this young lad. To be honest, he is a monster on top. But however, since last week, things have changed for Victor Gyokeres. Actually, for the better. Victor Gyokeres, now 26 years of age, has now 17 goals in 75 games for Sporting. That is 20 assists too. This was the latest goal. I'm not going to play this sound. I'm just going to play the clip a little bit. Wow. Now, that is a monster that we are looking for. But in terms of getting him on the line, what is the latest story? There's no secret that Man United are heavily involved and interested. There's a Swedish journalist called Simon Bank, very reputable journalist when it comes to Swedish national players. And Victor Gyokeres won the Swedish Golden Ball Award for the best player. Now, of course, Victor Gyokeres is too good to stay in this Sporting Lisbon in Portugal's league. There was a early gentleman's agreement done by Victor Gyokeres, his agent, and the sporting director of Sporting Lisbon and the president, that if a certain suitor club comes from the Premier League, I mean talking about a suitor, the price will be reduced to 60 million from initially asked for 100 million release clause. And that's old news in a way, but now sensational reports are coming out to say that there are certain suitors like Arsenal, PSG, Chelsea, and City also looking in for it. But however, the pulling power of Ruben Amorim, of course, that gave him a chance coming from Coventry, made Victor Gyokeres the player that he is today, has been set to be the prime target in January. Now, how can Manchester United afford it? Of course, Sir Jim Ratcliffe recently now pumped in 80 million of his own pocket towards the takeover, the main takeover. So that money goes straight into the club, and enables Manchester United to actually go for the January window signing. Do we really need him in January? 100% we do. As deluded, like, we do have an underperforming strikers on top. We have Rasmus Højlund still young in development, so we need that senior striker to come and lead the lines. And Victor Gyokeres, as deluded, 70 goals in 75 games. That is impeccable, and 20 assists. So, according to reports, Arsenal was informed, but they're kind of backing up because they know which way he's heading. They're more likely to go for Benjamin Sesko in January or summer window. PSG is also lurking, but also knowing that the pulling power of Ruben Amorim, they're a little bit adamant, so therefore they are lurking in the background, waiting for the situation. Chelsea's also been reported, but due to the FFP, they bought a lot of players. Jackson is leading the line. They need to sell to buy. And Manchester City is not likely to do a replacement for Erling Haaland, especially when the 115 charges looming as well. So it seems to me, by the reports and what media has been saying, that it is most favorable in Manchester United's position to take the Victor Gyokeres in January window. So this is music to my ears, because I've been saying that, like, we are lacking the firepower on top. And Victor Gyokeres already knows what to expect from Ruben Amorim. He knows the system. He knows how to run behind, as what we saw on this clip. But I want to hear from your thoughts and opinions. Would you take a Victor Gyokeres in the summer, or some other reports saying Osimhen? I certainly go for the 26-year-old Gykeres, barring his goal scoring record, 70 goals in 75 games and 20 assists. I know what they're saying, it's only Portuguese league, but you don't bag 70 goals in 75 games if you are not a good footballer and potent striker, in my opinion. Now, let's move on in terms of Markus Rashford and Dany Olmo stories. It is a little bit sad what's going on with our number 10, Markus Rashford, and fans are getting a little bit, the signs there, the writings on the wall since he did that interview with Henry Winter. I did a long article regarding this, what I want to share, which is the background regarding Rashford and what's nobody really talking about, what is going on with Rashford. Let me share this, and I want to hear your thoughts and opinions regarding this. Now, I did a piece on Twitter yesterday, Rashford, this is what happened in my opinion. The 365k per week bumper contract. So everyone knows, not probably everyone's, but included all the agents around the club, that John Murtagh was an incompetent director of football. During John Murtagh and the Woodwards period and the Glazer period, who are the major clowns in this story, allowed agent and player power to take over Man United. Prior to this bumper contract, Rashford did quite well with Rock Nation, and that was until his brother came in and represented him to give Markus Rashford the bumper contract on 365k per week. Everyone made money, happy days. They steamrolled over John Murtagh, which had no clue. They treated him like a PR poster boy. So that was kind of the decline of Markus Rashford and the Moneyball. Now, worth to mention in this story, this so-called Rashford entourage. This is what nobody's talking about. They're talking about, their entourage, but who are they? But basically, it is a family business now, including two of his brothers, which is Dwayne Renard and Dane Rashford, advising and running the Rashford PR brand. So basically, the Harry Winter report, according to our sources, it was orchestrated by Dwayne and Dane. They've done it just because of Markus Rashford's brand, They've done brilliantly, pimping up Rashford as an untouchable, undroppable, and also feeding the kids. It's amazing and noble. But the brand value only lasts if Markus Rashford plays football and does well on the pitch. So, according to my opinion, this backfired. The decline of Markus Rashford as footballer, surrounded by his brothers, has backfired 100%. They didn't expect this to happen. The interview given to Henry Winter without the club's approval tells me personally that Rashford cares only about the Rashford brand, not about football. And who is advising him? Bingo, his brother, Dwayne. So I keep going to say that the advice given led to the mess where we are now with Rashford. And it is now ironically to say that here the Rashford brand is now declined. So what's the point of doing all this to go to Henry Winter? Of course, to force a move. As Cristiano Ronaldo already set a blueprint with that Piers Morgan interview. So same principle, same blueprint. Rest assured that the two brothers now that runs the DNMA Sports Management is prioritizing family over business in a way, and protecting footballer Markus Rashford as the brother rather than the football. Football should be always, in my opinion, the main priority. But when you are represented by family members, then you're not always given the right advice as you're being protected the wrong way. So the question is why? We always look at the why. Well, agents, in my opinion, should always look at what's best for the client and should be make sure that the players plays football and getting playing time and minutes. That includes making sure that they trains well, they rock up for training, they're eating well, they're sleeping well, and that they stay away from trouble. So in conclusion, in my opinion, for DNMA Sports Management, Rashford is the product and the flagship for the agency, not the footballer, right? My point is that there is good agents and there's bad agents. And in this instance, this is a family business forgetting what is important for Rashford, and that is playing football. So prime examples, if we compare to family involved in being agents, Mbappe with his mother, it's a family-owned business, only looking at money, and also Rabiot, which his mother is his agent. Or other prime examples, the Moneyball and members, it doesn't really work. So under shape or form, are we looking to slag Rashford? But this is kind of what we want to bring into the stage, that if Markus Rashford wants it, he wants it, but you need to get rid of people that are influence you. In other story, we're going to dive in. Where is Markus Rashford going? Well, PSG is highly there. There is some rumors that PSG are looking to sort of offload their left wing back, Nunes, and that might be a potential swap deal. But a lot of reports saying that it's going to be so difficult to get rid of Rashford, and the Ineos hierarchy are undergoing to say, just cut the losses, just ship him off, potentially a loan with an obligation to buy. All right, that means what we did with Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. Loan him up to Chelsea, loan him up to Arsenal, loan him out, but in the summer, an obligation to buy. Now, another player that I want to dive into, what's been rumored that, Manchester United might do a swap deal for Barcelona, because Barcelona are interested. And why are they interested? Because they are in trouble with Dany Olmo. There was a report by Athletic about Dany Olmo and his contract situation. I want to present this to the stage. Listen, Dany Olmo has been failed to be registered at Barcelona. This is shambolic, okay? The background behind this is Dany Olmo's Barcelona registration dilemma and why he could leave in January for free. This is something that United are sinking their teeth in. A new transfer window is nearing it for Barcelona. They have a puzzle to solve, As it stands, the 26-year-old Spaniard Dany Olmo, midfielder, is not eligible to play for Barcelona from the start of next year. Olmo, who joined from RB Leipzig in the summer for a fee or region of 60 million euros, could even leave for the free transfer in January. Wow, what is this all about, people? That was established last summer when Olmo was registered at the last minute under La Liga salary rules, okay? As ever with Barcelona, the Spanish football is complex, so you know that the Olmo is end up to set at the crossroads the January window until the situation resolved. What is this? Well, this comes from the Athletic that has spoken to the club and the Liga sources who asked to remain anonymous, as they did not want to comment publicly the matter to find out, in a way. So the background is the La Liga sets a salary cap, of course, spending limit for each team and division based on the revenue they generate, which we know as an FFP rule, alongside with debts and losses. Any club overspending the limit are forced to offload salaries to find new income sources before the completion allows them to register new signings without restrictions, meaning they can play in the competition. Barcelona have been operating above the salary limit for a long time. Several players left out on loan or permanently this summer, but it was not enough to register Dany Olmo. Wow. The deal to sign him was announced August the 9th, and the salary and the 6-year contract required a significant chunk of Barcelona's allowance. La Liga started on the 17th of August with Olmo not being registered. Barcelona played the first 2 games against Valencia and Atletico Club without him. Okay, Olmo was not the only one. There was Martinez and Casado, and Pau Victor also was not registered in the first team players for various type of reasons. All of them eventually were mainly thanks to injuries to Ronald Araujo and Andreas Christensen. What is this all about now? Let's see. So, if the club loses a player to injury for at least 4 months, La Liga rules allows them to allocate 80% of that player's salary in the club's allowance to register another player. Araujo suffered a hamstring injury with the Uruguayan at the Copa American that required surgery and kept him out for 5 months. Araujo's salary being freed up meant that Barcelona could register Martinez, Casado, and Victor before the start of the season. But where does Olmo comes in? Olmo's lifeboat came in on the August 27, but days before deadline day. Christensen was struggling with Achilles injury, and after multiple tests and scans, Barcelona submitted a medical report to La Liga requesting another long-term injury exception, as they did not expect the Danish centre-back to return for 4 months. This was approved by La Liga medical panel, but the 80% of Christian's salary was not enough to cover the almost 6-year contract. That led to a new rule being created within La Liga salary cap regulations, allow him to play. So La Liga approved Olmo's registration for the first half of the season, only for the first half of the season, only giving Barcelona a temporary permit to use the player while they kept looking for a fresh revenue stream in January. So almost 4 months contract allows his set to expire December 31st, and major changes are yet to happen. So Barcelona have then, of course, announced new sponsorship with Nike, but that doesn't really mean they are struggling to offload player wages. So there is a crux story with what is almost options. With 2 weeks left on the deadline, Barcelona to register Olmo, he finds himself in a very difficult positions, right? So footballers are given licenses to play in Spain when they join La Liga. They usually last until the end of the contracts, but almost expected license runs out to the end of 2024, meaning this end of this year. So Barcelona could be forced to start the process all over again, which is basically failing the deadline. So that is the La Liga rule. Now, there are reports coming in to say that last week, the newspaper Mundo Deportivo, which is one of the biggest sports publications in Spain, revealed that Olmo have a clause in his contract allowing him to leave Barcelona on a free if not being registered in January. Olmo's camp did not want to comment on this clause, but however, if Barcelona fails, he can leave for free in January. And Manchester United lurking there. Could Manchester United, in my opinion, in your opinion, offer Markus Rashford as a loan or a swap? You see, if they are struggling to, register him because of wages, 6-year contract, he almost have an opportunity to leave for free. Manchester United could take him on board, and Barcelona can take Markus Rashford on a loan, 6 months loan with an obligation to buy in the summer and solve their financial issue problem. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from your thoughts and feelings. Do you think that this could be a possible solution? In other terms as well, we're going to talk about who else is Manchester United looking to sign. Of course, we're talking about Sverre Nypan from Rosenborg. There was some rumors speculating that Manchester United already have a done deal in place in principle with Rosenborg for Sverre Nypan to join now Manchester United since he's turned 18 the 19th of December for a low fee of 15 million. That is 50 million euros. That is 11 million plus 4 in add-ons. We're yet to be seen, but this is a midfielder for the future. This is a midfielder that excites me. We're also looking at a left wing-back position. Of course, PSG, there's numerous suitors for PSG. What's his name? Nunes, but also PSG wants Rashford. This Rashford conundrum is, in my opinion, it's going to be a very interesting one to follow. It's going to be the bomber in January. But of course, we are also looking at other positions, such as Kvaratskhelia, potentially in the summer. It's said to believe that, Ineos wants to back Ruben Amorim to be successful. And of course, this is now Ruben Amorim having a preseason on his extended squad. But as per usual, what we discuss here, potentially, let me know about Victor Gyokeres. Would you take a Victor Gyokeres to Manchester United over any other signing? I definitely would do. 100% I would. Look, comparing to Cristiano Ronaldo, this is a 26-year-old. This is a man that now has scored 70 goals in 75 appearances and 20 assists. Oh my daisy. I personally would drive him to the airport, directly to Carrington. But at the end of the day, let me know in the comments section. This has been Mick Ruby for Mufc Realist TV, having my say, and hopefully I made you a better Saturday day. Don't forget to do me one favor. This is free content. Like and subscribe. Become a member. Hit that notification button so you never miss an upload or a live stream. And that's about for this Saturday gossip and transfer talk. See you till next time. Glory, glory, Manchester United.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.